All right, we are live and welcome to Casually Live with Brian or the Casual Brian or Brian Casually Watches Anime. Wherever you're watching from, it might be different. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a really relaxing weekend, which was needed because your boy has been active. And when I say active, I mean on the go. I can't remember the last time I've been so active. It's been great. And of course, because I'm going to go live, the lawn guy's here. So if you're hearing that in the background, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Like literally, whatever time I choose to go live or to record videos, this dude shows up or someone around the neighborhood. It's actually getting quite ridiculous. But we are officially into week 3 of anime, spring anime. It's been great. Really, really enjoying it. A little bit of a letdown. Not like bad episodes, but like whenever you come out with like a banger for episode 1, you're going to have a little bit of a letdown. And what in the world is going on, bro? I don't know if y'all can hear that. So Diamonds of the Shadow Realm, first episode was crazy. Second episode was like, okay. One thing that I'm noticing is like they're really taking their time with like explaining stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have liked for most of the anime that I watched or that I'm watching, geez, it's really banging up against the window. I would like for most of the anime to be more like to do more explaining. Like I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of explanations for things, and that's fine. But it's just it kind of makes me wish that like things would be all released at once, so we could binge. I feel like we have enough anime and they can still get the views. I don't know why Netflix went away from their binging format. I think the binging format was what made streaming so popular, or at least drop like 4 episodes at a time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I would love to see the numbers of like views where they go week to week versus when they drop 4 or even the entire series. I don't even know if they do that anymore. Like let me know in the comments. Does Netflix or Hulu or anyone drop the entire series anymore? Like or season, I should say, the entire season. Because man, I remember those days. I already talked about it in the last live. Bring back binging. And so this is live, the consecutive live 3. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12. That's the goal. I'm a little late again, but I'm trying to go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12. Wednesday, I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'm going to see what that 4, 5, 6 o'clock time looks like, because that might be a better time to go live. I'm still figuring this out. Right now, but I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and I believe that's it. But yeah, so we're talking about Fortnite. We're talking about winter or spring anime, maybe a little bit of winter anime. And if you're curious as to what's happening with me, a little bit of a check-in with me. I had my birthday cruise 2 weeks ago, or not like this weekend, but the weekend before. And so whenever I travel, I like to kind of ease back into my like workflow, my schedule, like my way of living. Because I just find like it's hard. It's hard to go from like vacation mode or even just travel mode to back to your regular routine. So my routine is I try to get up at 7 a.m. every day because I just have clients and I want to get through my client stuff early. So for example, today I got up at 7:30. I'm going to be honest. I got up at 7, but I needed a little bit more time to get that full 8 hours. I find that my body does best with 8 hours of sleep. 7 hours can work, but 8 hours is like optimal. What's up? What is up? So yeah, I got up at 7:30, did my morning routine, which is prayer, meditation, reading my Bible, and then treadmill. I do 20 minutes on the treadmill. I was doing hard incline and like long distance on treadmill, but I found that waking up and immediately doing stressful activities is not good for the body. And so I'm actually noticing a really big difference and a good difference whenever I just like do a light 20-minute walk. So question. Oh, sorry. Can I play a game? Well, the answer is yes, but not now. So this live is more for talking about anime and what's happening in the world of TV and film. And but I am looking to do more Fortnite because using this same app, I can stream Fortnite. So just be looking out. I'll try to label the two. But like at Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12, I'll be just chatting with everybody. But appreciate the interest. Uh, I don't know what that is. So I don't know what that is. Oh wait, I do know what that is. That's the thing. It's like chat roulette, right? That's like chat roulette, right? I absolutely have watched that, and I'm going to watch uh, episode 3. Probably, I don't know. I have like 2 clients that I got to get their videos done. Um, I don't know if I'm going to watch it before or after because I also want to watch it with my girl. But it's so tough because I got to get that video out. But Witch Hat Atelier is absolutely incredible. I love the first episode and the second episode. I feel like this episode 3 is going to be a little bit of like a step off the gas. You know what I mean? And we're going to kind of get to know the characters or the other girls that are in the house. But man, I'm blown away. I was blown away by that anime. It's gorgeous to watch. Um, Someone asked if I can do a cooking video. No, I do cook though. I mean, I do cook and I do like to cook. I love to cook actually. It's relaxing for some reason. Like I don't know. Like do you like to cook? Like what do you feel about cooking? I some people find like cooking to be stressful. For me, the only stressful part is if people enjoy what I cook. And even then I'm not too stressed because I generally cook what I like. Um and I feel pretty confident. I'm really good at following instructions. So that's why so literally last week I had to change a car battery. I got the scar to prove it. I don't know if you can see it right there. I stabbed myself in the hand, but I've never changed the car battery, and I was able to do it just using a YouTube video. That's why YouTube is so powerful. YouTube is so incredibly powerful. Yes, TikTok is becoming more helpful as well, but YouTube is crazy powerful. You can learn anything off YouTube. This is a good question. What do I think about the Gojo copy allegations? I think that I don't want to be overly rude, but I think it's extremely surface. He only looks like Gojo. He doesn't even really have Gojo's vibe. You know what I mean? Like Gojo's more similar to like a Urahara Kisuke. This guy is more meek and humble. And yes, he's strong and he seems cool, but like their personalities are not the same. Also, like I feel like if Gojo was in the situation that Kifri was in, he would have known what was happening with Coco and he would have shut it down. You know what I mean? Like Gojo is more aware. I don't want to like compare their knowledge because I don't know how much Kifri knows. I don't know how strong Kifri is, but it's a very surface level comparison. You know what I mean? Which really rests on the fact that they look similar, but you're going to see more and more characters look like that because it's a popular look, just like you see a million Sasuke clones in almost every anime because he's a popular character. And some characters are literal Sasuke copies, and some characters just look like Sasuke and have a similar vibe. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be like outright dismissive of the claim that he's a Gojo copy, but he's not a Gojo copy. He just looks like him. And he also looks like other characters too. But I think Witch Hat Atelier is a very unique anime. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. There's not going to be a lot of similarities, although I feel like it's going to overlap with some stuff. I'm already seeing some overlaps. Same with Story of Wand and Sword. It started off as his own thing, even though it was the story of a guy who's in a magic world but can't use magic. Hello, Black Clover. Now it's getting really like Black Clover with the sword that Will's about to get. I mean, they're getting dangerously close to starting to get some allegations. Now, with Story of Wand and Sword is much more fantasy based. It's much more fantastical, if you will. Like it's beautifully animated, whereas Black Clover is like gritty and like kind of hardcore. You know what I mean? Hardcore is not the right way to describe it, but gritty. You know what I mean? It doesn't focus on beautiful landscapes and beautiful animation. It's like a battle shonen where Wistoria One and Sword feels closer to like a Frieren and a Witch Hat Atelier than it does a battle shonen. Although they get active. They absolutely get active. Let's get this question up. Yeah, I totally agree. Most anime share character designs, and I don't think Witch Hat Atelier wanted to copy him at all. I don't want to say that they didn't want to copy him at all. You know what I mean? I don't think that the idea was to copy. I think yes. I agree with what you're saying. I don't think that it was a matter of copying, but drawing inspiration from the design, which is a great design. Kakashi's design, Gojo's design is based off of Kakashi's design. The character is based off of Urahara Kisuke. All these, Kisuke is really the model. And, from Kisuke, you start to see all these different versions of him. So I'm okay with it. I love Witch Hat Atelier. I thought they did a great job. I think people are so fast to say that something's copying something when it's like rarely that I feel like there's a blatant really what people are saying is not that they're copying, they're ripping off. This person's ripping off this anime. This person's ripping off this anime. And you almost never see that. Like, I mean, and there's certain things that you can't rip off, like tropes or like tournament arcs. Nobody did the tournament arc, or there's a post that I've done multiple times. It's like, who did it best? And it's like in Naruto, it's like them stopping Neji from hurting Hinata. In the Black Clovers, they pull up on the guy who's going to take out Finn. In Bleach, it's the visor stopping Ichigo. Nobody stole that. That's just like a thing. There's tropes in anime. So, yeah, I'm excited. I've watched all the main ones. I haven't caught up on Dorohedoro. I plan on catching up on it, but I haven't had a chance to catch up on it. And then there's a couple of anime that I want to see that I haven't got a chance to see that are like kind of side quest projects. You know what I mean? There's a lot of anime, bro. And I'm still trying to finish Kingdom out. I thought I was going to be able to finish it out last week, but I fell behind, man. I fell behind. It's tough. I mean, forget just the anime. What about like Fortnite, bro? I'm trying to stay up on Fortnite. I finally played Zero Build for the first time. Not for the first time, because every time there's an update, I always play Zero Build. And so I played like maybe the first 2 days, and I haven't played. I've been playing Blitz ever since. So I mean, it's really difficult, man, to stay up on everything. And then I want to see the movies that I'm trying to check out is Project Hail Mary. Has anyone seen that? That looks so good. That looks so good. I just don't know when I'm going to have a chance. Maybe tomorrow. A lot of moving parts, man. A lot of moving parts. One of the tricky things, so I'm watching a lot of anime with my partner. And she loves anime. I love anime. I love watching anime with her. Sorry, my throat is like weird today. And I like watching anime with her. But one thing that I struggle with is timing. You know what I mean? Like, so for example, I need to watch Witch Hat Atelier so I can get my video out. Because in today's game, it's a timing game. If you don't get it out within the 6 hours of it dropping, you start to lag behind. You know what I mean? Because people are watching and posting. Watching, making their video, posting. It's literally that fast. And it's cool. I don't mind. Sometimes, like if I hadn't watched an episode, it'll inspire me to like watch the episode. So, I don't know what's going on in my throat, but it's like freaking me out a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit less aggressively. But yeah, my name is Brian, by the way, the Casual Brian. If you're not subscribed or if you're not following, be sure to subscribe and follow. I talk about anime, TV, and film. So we got another question. Let's get it up on the board. Appreciate you, Meowsterus, for all the questions. If you got any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section. I'll put them up. We'll talk about it. That's what we're here to discuss anime. Changing the topic a bit. I have a friend that's getting into anime and she's getting into Tokyo Ghoul. I don't really know how I should tell her that the second. I had to deal with this with The Promised Neverland. So somebody that was just getting into anime, I showed them The Promised Neverland and they absolutely went crazy and they loved it. But as you know, or you might not know, the second season is not as good. It doesn't change the fact that the first season is good and they can enjoy the first season. But I think that immediately you want to tell them, hey, the second season is not as good. Now, funny enough, the person still enjoyed the second season of The Promised Neverland. So you don't know. They might still enjoy it. There's stuff that like I enjoy that people say is horrible. They say it's terrible. And I respect their opinion, but that's not how I feel about it. So I would say immediately let them know that most people don't like the second season and that it gets worse. Because most people probably won't drop it. I would think that would be the only concern, that they would stop watching it because they might be like, well, what's the point, right? But no, let them know. Just let them know. I think that's the biggest thing. Speaking of which, what's some anime that the second season was bad in your opinion? Oh God. Promised Neverland. I don't know. Ooh. I didn't think the second season of Free Room was bad, but it just wasn't as good. I don't know. There's not many that I can think of, because if the second season is bad, I'll drop it. And I haven't dropped a lot of anime, so I think what happens sometimes too, or regularly, is that like the second season will be not as good and then it'll get better. You know what I mean? 86 is another example of the second season not being as good. Some anime, I don't really know their seasons because I binged it all at once. So like, I don't know what the seasons were for Gurren Lagann. I don't know what the seasons were for Akame ga Kill. You know what I mean? Or Kill la Kill. That's what I'm thinking of. I always confuse Akame ga Kill with Kill la Kill because of the name or whatever. So, Seven Deadly Sins is another one. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's hard, man, for anime, man. It's hard for them to keep it up. I feel like most anime kind of starts great and then goes like, which is why I have so much respect for animes like Naruto and Bleach and One Piece, because they've like, now it might be debatable with Bleach, it's really interesting how people like view Bleach. Not Bleach fans. Bleach fans, I feel like they just can't be honest with themselves. You'll talk to a Bleach fan, which I am a Bleach fan, but like I'm talking about the diehard, like Bleach is my favorite anime, Ichigo's the best MC, yada yada yada. You'll talk to them and they'll be like, the filler arcs were good, the Bount arc was good. It's like, bro, anytime I'm talking to anybody and they say the Bount arc is good, I'm just like, okay, there's no point for us to talk. There's no point for us to discuss. We're clearly on opposite ends of the spectrum, and this freaking mower is just like right next to my window and there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I'm watching, but I'm watching Out of the Spring, or I'm enjoying. Let me get my Crunchyroll up. I was watching a video on YouTube and they were explaining how the YouTube views are down. The thing about it is like views are not down. They're just more competitive. There's more for people to watch. There's more for people to consume. And so, you know what I mean? Unless you're putting out bangers, and even if you're putting out bangers, your viewership, everybody heats up and they cool down. They heat up and they cool down. So like for me on Instagram, for example, from like October through February, my account was on fire. TikTok, my account was on fire in the spring, or not the spring, the fall. Then it kind of cooled off, but it's been like at a steady, like I get about 100 to 200 uh, followers every day, which is a crazy thing to say. I don't think that Vinland Saga, the second season was worse. I enjoyed the second season more than the first because I thought that the first was kind of redundant. Okay, he's angry, they're running around and they're fighting and they're pillaging. Okay, I get it. But I thought that the second season actually dove into to Thorfinn's psyche and like, well, how do you live with life after you've lived your whole life for a revenge goal? You didn't get it, and then you just have to keep it moving. It was. I thought the second season was really really good. I understand if you came to Vinland Saga, you came to love Vinland Saga for the violence, for the fights, and for the action. It was gone. It was gone after a certain time. So I'm watching right now. Man, my Crunchyroll looks crazy right now. So Liar Games episode 2 is coming out today. Witch Hat Atelier episode 3 is coming out today. I'm still finishing out Kingdom, but I'll be done hopefully this week. I'm watching One Piece. Their second episode of the season was okay. The first part of it was kind of boring because it was just Nami and Usopp and they were stretching. I don't know why they're stretching. I feel like they have more than enough. And if you're going to stretch, this is not the time to stretch. Get through this first part of Elbath and then start stretching when we start getting. I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's a very tough choice. Wisteria Wand and Sword, great first episode. Diamonds of the Shadow Realm, great first episode. I just finished Your Lie in April. My goodness, I need to spend some time talking about this. I mean, I'm doing a whole series on TikTok, just focusing on Your Lie in April and just all my thoughts about it. But Your Lie in April is an absolutely incredible anime. Like, so many people have told me, watch Your Lie in April, and they're like, but it's really sad. And it was sad. It was sad, but it was worth it. And it wasn't like needlessly sad or anything, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know. I felt like everybody knew what was going to happen at the beginning of the series. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as you realized that Kaori was sick, you knew what was going to happen. And then so it was just about what happens in between and how does he deal with it. And but Your Lie in April, literally 10 out of 10 anime. Like, I mean, my top 5 anime, I think, are like anime that I would consider to be like 10 out of 10, like Frieren, One Piece, World Trigger. World Trigger it might be like a 9.8, 9.9 out of 10, but I don't have any problem giving it a 10 out of 10. But Your Lie in April, bro, I mean, there's no notes. No notes. There's nothing that they did wrong. Like, literally nothing that anime did wrong. Music, insane. Animation, insane. Characters, story, character development, insane. Emotional, impactful, nothing. Beautiful ending. Sad, extremely sad, yes, but an incredibly beautiful ending. By the way, what's your top anime movies recently? Mine is Suzume and Your Name. Oh, okay. Probably those same exact anime. Suzume and Your Name are definitely great ones. I enjoy the Demon Slayer movies. I know that, like, they're essentially like Marvel, Avengers, that type of movie, Transformers. But I think that they do a good job with the Demon Slayer movies. They're beautiful. They're amazing to watch. I enjoyed, but I'm going to put over the Demon Slayer movies, the Chainsaw Man movie. That movie hit hard. Like, I enjoyed it as I was watching it, but like, I enjoyed it more as I thought about it and just kind of reflected on it. Like, as I left the theater, I felt like, yeah, that was a really good movie. That was a really, really good movie. So I would say Suzume, the Reze movie, or the Chainsaw Man movie, and then lastly, Your Name. Beautiful. I actually thought Your Name was, or Your Lie in April was a movie. So that's why when I started to watch it, I was like, oh, it's a movie. It's not a movie. It's 22 episodes. 22 phenomenal episodes, but 22 episodes. Um, Classroom of the Elite. I got Misfit of the Demon King Academy on my queue. Doctor Stone, The Beginning After the End, ReZero, Dorohedoro. And I think that's it. Yeah, those are the anime that I'm watching this season. I don't really watch a lot of anime movies. Um, I mean, I guess I watch Demon Slayer, but outside of that, man, I don't really watch a lot of anime movies. I'm gonna be watching more now because the movies that are coming out are great. I'm watching more movies too, which is amazing. I wonder if I could, and I can't. I just have to plan for it. I want to watch at least one movie a week. You know what I mean? I can afford it. I enjoy it. My fiance enjoys it. I want to watch one movie a week. It's just about timing and like being disciplined with my scheduling. So today, like I said, I got up at 7:30 and I banged out one of my clients' videos for the week. And now I have another client that I got to work on after this, and I'm pretty sure I can get done with that in like about an hour. And then after that, it just depends on if I watch Witch Hat Atelier, because if I do, which I need to watch it. Then I need to make a video for it so I can put that out because, man, it's competitive. And if I want to stay, how do I say it? If I want to stay in the discussion, like, because, bro, people want to talk about anime. They want anime updates. They want anime news like that, fam. And if you're not giving it to them, then you just fall behind and you become like, the person no one cares about. So here's my thing. I have Discord server, and I've flirted with starting a Discord server. I just don't have any time. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the people that I know that run Discord servers, they don't have clients. Pardon me. If I didn't have clients, then I could definitely do a Discord server. But because I have clients, I don't have time. I don't have any free time. You know what I mean? Like, literally, I had to work and rework my schedule to try to find just a little bit of free time each day so that I can play Fortnite, I can hang with my girl. And so I don't have time. I do have Discord server. I am thinking about so in lieu of a Discord server, I'm doing this. And I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I understand that there are benefits that Discord server has. I love that Discord server kind of allows you to have more direct access with the people that you like that follow you. I just don't have time. Like even this is like a strain. Like dedicating an hour Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to doing a live is not easy. It's not easy to do. But if I'm disciplined, if I get up and I do what I need to do and get the stuff done that I need to get done, I should have enough time to do it. It's beneficial. It's I want to take this time to connect with anybody that's following me and just have a discussion, but it's challenging. You know what I mean? Like, it's very challenging. And then like today's a little bit tough because I'm starting a new thing. I'm fasting. So I'm trying to do like a 24-hour fast from Sunday into Monday. But there's a real cool way that you can do it. It's a little bit of a hack. You start at let's say you start at 8 p.m. No more food after 8 p.m. on Sunday evening. And then on 8 p.m. Monday, you can break your fast and have like dinner. And that's a 24-hour fast, which is so good for your body. I'm really big on fasting anyway, but yeah, it's so good for your body. Also on, I think, TikTok, I know that YouTube has community. And on TikTok, I have like a thing that's like a Discord server. It's like bulletin board or whatever. On Facebook, I try to start discussions, but I'm still growing on Facebook. Although I have like, I want to say like, I have 17,000 followers on my personal page and then 11,000 on my anime page. But that's growing by the day. So yeah, I mean, it's a vibe. It's all a vibe. It's all it's all about just getting your schedule down, sticking to your schedule. I'm curious. I'm almost at 1 o'clock. I break my fast tonight at like 10. Earlier today, like around 10:30 maybe, 10:30, 11. Man, I was hungry. Like your boy was like some kind of crazy hungry. My goal is, or my plan is to do like an incline walk around 3 o'clock or so, but we're gonna have to see how we do because I'm already kind of like struggling. What's my favorite anime genre? So it used to be battle shonen, and I still like battle shonen. Like I enjoy it, but I think nowadays it's fantasy, and if I'm being more specific, isekai. Because I just enjoy it more. I feel more drawn into the story, into the world of isekai. So I think my most of my favorite anime these days are isekai or something fantasy based. So like with Story of Wand and Sword is definitely battle shonen, but it feels more fantasy. So like Frieren, One Piece is my favorite because it's an adventure. I want to feel drawn into the story and into the world, It's like escapism. For me, I value escapism in anime. I want to be removed from my day-to-day life. And so I feel like while I still love Battle Shonen doesn't really like draw me into the world. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I could be drawn into the world of Naruto or Bleach, but give me a Frieren, give me a Mushoku Tensei, give me a Doctor Stone any day. I love those type of anime, and I like a good cast too. You know what I mean? Like so, like I enjoy solo leveling, but I don't enjoy solo leveling as much as I would if the ensemble around Song Jin-woo was better, right? Like I mean, it's just literally all about Song Jin-woo. I've never seen anything like that where it's just literally all about the main character and nobody else matters at all. But yeah, so I still love a battle shonen. I'll still watch a battle shonen. I enjoy comedy. I'm getting more into like slice of life. Um, but slice of life, the thing about that is it's a rhythm. You know what I mean? Like romance and slice of life for me, it's a rhythm, and you got to get into the rhythm. And when you get into the rhythm, it's fun and enjoyable to watch. But if you break the rhythm up, like I couldn't imagine watching a romance comic, or romance anime, whether it's rom com or just pure romance, like week to week. I couldn't imagine it. I think I would drop it. What is my favorite isekai? I haven't watched much. I'm getting into ReZero, and my favorite right now is Slime. Slime is a really good one. And I think because Slime is fun and Rimuru is like a accessible character, like a fun character, people don't give it credit for being as good as it is. But Slime is a great one. ReZero is good. I've only watched ReZero in sub, and it's a difficult watch in sub. Like you really have to pay attention. Sometimes I have to go back and rewatch stuff because like it's challenging. And I don't know if I enjoy it as much as I could be enjoying it. I really need to give it like a dub watch just to see like if like watching it in dub makes it easier to digest in an entertaining way. But I literally feel like I'm working when I watch ReZero. I feel like if I just lose attention for a little bit, and I have to be like thinking as I'm watching it, like, okay, who is that? Who are they talking about? Where are they going? How is this power working? Who is this person, that they're referencing? And that's one thing they do a lot. They reference other people, and you just have to retain all this information. And it's like, So I think ReZero is good. I think it's done well. I don't love Subaru. He's one of my least favorite main characters. Um, some people love Subaru. They think he's a great character. He's just one of, for me personally, he's one of my least favorite main characters for sure, for sure. My favorite is Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. A lot of people have a problem with Rudius. I don't. Um, he doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like he's written to be bad in his previous life, and he's changing. Now there's a debate about that. Some people say the point of Mushoku Tensei is not for Rudius to change to be a better character. I disagree greatly. I think that in his first life, he was a horrible person, and he never got a chance to grow or mature, and so he lived and died as a deviant. But in this new life, those bad sides about him, those like not as good sides about him are being worked out. He's realizing what works, what doesn't, what he should do, what he shouldn't do, how to treat people, how you should care about people. And I think he's becoming a better person with more value. Konosuba is actually pretty hilarious. It's more comedy, but it's an isekai through and through. So, there's that. Speaking of main characters, my least favorite might be Asta. Not that he's badly written or anything. I just don't identify with his vibe. That's interesting. Asta is like every character, right? Like he's Deku, he's Naruto, he's Will from Astoria Wand and Sword, he's Marshall, like whatever the main thing is, the power is, the thing that most people need to have to be successful in life, Asta doesn't have it at all. I think that Asta, I can understand someone not enjoying Asta, especially with his voice acting in the beginning. But I like Asta. I mean, he's like he's basically like a whittled down Deku that's not as compassionate and fun. He's very flat. He's a very, very flat character. And aside from the one time where he lost like his arms or the use of his arms, you don't really see him go up and down emotionally. He's pretty flat. He's pretty stagnant. And so it's kind of, I get what you're saying, I like him well enough, but he wouldn't make probably my top 25. He probably would be, if I'm limiting it to main characters, maybe he's in my top 25. But if it's just characters, he's probably not even in my top 50. There's just he's just all these characters, but the base version of them. So, and the screaming, bro, the screaming at the beginning was horrible. I don't know if it was this bad in the dub, but in the Japanese, whoo. And the craziest thing is he's a really good voice actor. Like he voices some really good characters. I was shocked when I looked him up to see who it was. I can't remember his name. I guess I could look it up. I mean, that's how we do it here. We don't play fancy. Asta voice actor, because we're just chilling here. So his name is Gakuto Kajiwara. He's Shinra's voice actor. Who else is he? I need to go to my anime. Where is it at? All right, I guess I'll just go to behind the voice. Maybe I can do Wikipedia. I never use Wikipedia anymore. I don't know why. I used to always use Wikipedia. I never use Wikipedia anymore. It's not because it's not reliable. I just literally don't go to Wikipedia anymore. So Shinra is another one of his famous characters. Asta. I guess he's in the Inuyasha remake. Gundam. Fire Force. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Goblin D. From That Time I'm Reincarnated as a Slime. Rent a Girlfriend. Haiku. Just a random player from another school. That's crazy. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, another one. Hmm. He's not really. Oh, he's in Jujutsu Kaisen. Yu Habiara? Haibara? I don't know who that is. Oh. Yes, yes. Haibara. Yes, wow. Fate Strange Fake, he's in there. Yeah, so I mean, he has some good stuff. He just, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know why, like, in that he goes so hard, like, but I think he's a good character. What's your my top five main characters? Okay, that's an interesting one. Luffy, Luffy is one. Yukihiro Soma is two. Boji is three. Hmm. Maybe Freerin. Maybe Freerin. I don't know. Guts is probably four, and I'll go Freerin five. And I could probably move those around a little bit. But Luffy, Yukihiro Soma, Boji, Guts, and Freerin. Those are my favorite. But that's just off the top of my head. Like if I thought about it more, I might move some stuff around. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't. I don't know, man. The comments get crazy sometimes. I don't know what this means. I think Yuji and Tanjiro are great characters too. No. I think Tanjiro is a great main character. I'm not a big fan of Yuji as a main character. Um, Probably kind of similar to how you feel about Asta, I feel about Yuji. It's just like not so much like cliche, but just like I don't really know what Yuji cares about. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he cares about his homies and his friends, and he was sad with Nobora, but like, and then he was like overly depressed when Sukuna like took over his body and like did what he did. It's like, bro, it wasn't you, it was Sukuna with 10 fingers, bro. It's not your fault. There's nothing you can do. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'm not the biggest Yuji fan. Um, I like him well enough within the anime, but like as far as a main character, I think that he leaves a little to be desired. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So you like Sukuna. So if you're including Sukuna, that changes things for sure. Um, but like, I separate the two. Same as like with Ichigo and White. White was an amazing character. And if I included White as like Ichigo, then Ichigo is one of the best characters. You know what I mean? Like the personality of White is so fire. And like his philosophy is so fire as well. I mean, he gives one of the best speeches about instinct. Um, but Ichigo as a main character by himself without including White, it's not as good. But yeah, definitely if you're including Sukuna for sure. Sukuna is a great character. And if it's what makes Sukuna pretty dope in my opinion is that really in season 1 and 2 and I guess season 3 now that we talk about it cuz he was not in season 3 at all. He doesn't have a lot of screen time. You know what I mean? Like he appears in the beginning and then we switch over and he does his thing in season 2, but realistically he doesn't have a lot of screen time. And yet he makes such an impact. So So one anime that people need to watch, I feel like it's going to get buried because there's so much great anime happening this season, is Liar Game. You need to check out Liar Game. It is going to be good. It is good. It's not going to be. It's good already. But like people need to check it out. Hello, what's up? And welcome to the live. My name is Brian, the Casual Brian, or Brian Casually Watches Anime, depending on where you check me out at. If you're not already subscribed or following, do that because I talk about anime and TV and film. And I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like Gojo versus Sukuna is going to be insane, fam. Like I don't even know how to like prepare for that. It's going to be so good. Gojo versus Sukuna is going to break the internet. Like that's the thing. That's the new thing now. Everyone's talking about like what's going to break the internet. Oh, this is going to no. That is going based off of the reaction that people had from Yuji's last fight or the season finale of Jujutsu Kaisen, which was probably the best anime or probably the best episode of anime that I've seen in the last couple of years. Gojo and Sukuna will break the internet. It's going to shatter it. Like it's going to literally Crunchyroll will go down unless they take preparations, unless they like prepare for this. And even then, I don't think there's going to be enough because everyone's going to be watching it, rewatching it, doing like watch parties, chopping it up, making videos. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Yo, what's good? So Gojo versus Kakashi, uh, I think that it's. I don't want to. I think Kakashi wins easily. I don't know. I don't know why people like get mad when I say that. Especially, I think that with his Kamui, it's like ridiculous powers versus ridiculous power. I think Kamui can get around infinity, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people actually feel like this way. Yeah, I think that Ichigo, Bleach is such a weird anime, being in the big three. It almost doesn't belong in the big three. It doesn't belong in the big three. But that's if you're thinking about it thematically. Like it doesn't go with Naruto and One Piece. But the big three is not about like three similar anime because if that was the case, it would be Fairy Tail instead of Bleach. Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece were the most popular, the most they sold the most manga. That's why they were the big three. It was a popularity thing at the time and a label that happened and it came and it went and it will never happen again. I don't think it'll happen again. I mean, people are so obsessed with that title, Big Three. I don't know why. It's not that big of a deal. It just means that these anime were crushing it, But Ichigo, and it's not just Ichigo, it's the whole vibe of Bleach, the whole concept, the whole meaning of Bleach. It's not like whereas like Naruto has a goal outside of himself. I want to be this person so that these people will see me. Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates because he wants to be the freest person on the seas. Luffy loves freedom. He aspires to freedom. That is Luffy's goal, freedom. People say it's the pirate king and all that. It's freedom. And I think that his ultimate goal is going to be like a freedom of like something silly, like the freedom to eat whatever you want, which sounds crazy. But when you think about like Wano, there's been a couple of times now that I'm rewatching it where the issues of being able to eat what you want or when you want and water and alabasta, food is a very important thing. And it's not like something that everybody has. Like food is real wealth. So I think that Ichigo, his thing is more about self-discovery, but it almost feels like Bleach doesn't belong in shonen. You know what I mean? It's like a very immature seinen anime, which is for young men, not boys. Boys is shonen, seinen is young men. So I missed a lot of questions. Let me try to go through some of these. What do you think about chapter 1179 of One Piece? I don't know. I didn't see anything. I know like last week everyone was going crazy with the reveal of Emu. I thought there might have been a break. Are you talking about the reveal of Emu? Because if that's what you're talking about, I thought that was amazing. I love Emu's design. There's still some questions. We still have some questions. There's a debate of whether that's their real form or that's some kind of like zone hybrid form, or like, we don't know. But whatever it is, it looks really cool. And a lot of people are debating whether or not Emu's a Lunarian. I think he looks clearly like a Lunarian, but we don't know. Let's get through some of these questions. Geez. Oh, Goku versus Saitama. So like, I think that I don't know. I don't want to say it's hard for people to understand, but it just seems like whenever you have the discussion, people don't talk about it. I think Saitama, he has no limit. You know what I mean? So whatever the concept is, whatever the strength is, Saitama has no limit. And people will debate whether or not Goku has a limit. I'm not debating that. I don't know. I've seen him hit walls. I know that within his universe, there are people stronger than him. That to me suggests limits. But Saitama, I've never seen anybody in his universe that's stronger than him. I've never seen anybody in his universe that's given him trouble. This is how strong Saitama is. Saitama faced somebody that perfectly matched his strength. When with Cosmic Garu, he was able to completely copy Saitama up to his serious punch, and Saitama still just went past it. That's the thing for me. Like, now you get into like characters like Shinra Bancho Man, or you could counter it with someone simple like Ichibei. Is Ichibei able, by changing Saitama's name, to take away and give him limits? I don't know. That's what his powers have the ability to do. Ichibei fighting Shinra Bancho Man, who's essentially invincible, able to create gods. But Ichibei can change your name. You know what I mean? But then we saw Yuhaba find a workaround. So I don't know, man. It's all crazy. Emo reveal is so peak. Can't wait for. Yes, I can't wait for like tomorrow. Maybe even today. I think we start getting like the spoilers, some of the like manga leaks. Oda was diabolical for taking a break after that, but you had to expect it. You had to know he was gonna do it, man. But yeah, I can't wait for this chapter. I might even do a chapter review. It's so good. It's so good. It's got to be good. I wonder what's gonna happen. A lot of people are saying that like Emu has to like dog walk Luffy. If he doesn't, then there's problems. There's going to be problems. I'm like, what's up? I have not watched Fate Grand Order. Yeah, that's fine, but that doesn't matter. Like, Saitama is a human, but he fights with gods. So I don't think it matters. So Jojo clears Saitama. I don't know who that's for, but I definitely don't agree with that. But that's why I don't do power scaling. I don't get into it. Like, I think you can have fun and just say like, oh, I think that Luffy can beat this guy, but like, there's no science to it. A lot of people that are like power scalers talk as if it's an exact science. It's not. I understand making arguments. I understand people coming up with like systems that allow us to like correlate a person's strength to their ability to do damage. But how do you compare mountain level or continental level to Ichibe's power, where he can change your power or your abilities by changing your name. You know what I mean? Like some things just don't like you can't like cleanly and evenly, like some things are conceptuals and some things are like physical and practical. So I haven't watched I haven't watched One Punch Man, but the fact that Saitama can literally one punch anyone makes me not want to watch it. So it's not about Saitama really. It's about everything but Saitama and all the characters around Saitama. Yes, he does show up and he does punch. He ultimately finishes it in one punch, although he doesn't finish most of the big guys in one punch. Like, it's hard to explain. He finishes it one punch, but he fights. He'll fight because he wants to fight. He enjoys fighting. He got so strong because he wanted to get strong enough to fight. But like, you know, it's not like, how do I explain it? It's not about Saitama. It's about every other character but Saitama. And when Saitama comes, it's pretty much the end of the conflict every time. And yet people still don't know how strong he is. It's a fun anime. It's satire. You know what I mean? And so I would say just on the satire alone, it's worth watching because it's hilarious. The people who made One Punch Man really understand anime. They've watched a lot of anime and they nail all the tropes in a hilarious way. So come for the anime or come for the comedy, stay for the amazing fights. You know, season 1, beautifully animated. Season 2, okay. Season 3, I don't know what that was. I wanted to defend it. I tried to defend it, but it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And I don't know why. I don't know why they let it just be absolutely a dumpster fire. I think, you know, it's just hard to understand why studios do what they do, you know. One Punch Man is a massive hit. It's like it has a cliche, a very niche audience that loves it. And they just basically turn their back on it. I don't know. I wouldn't say like don't binge it. I think you can binge it. I mean, I know if you're saying like don't finish it. I don't know. I like One Punch Man. There was a time in my life where I would watch One Punch Man episodes every night to go to sleep. I would put one or two on, like what you're saying. But I think it's still valuable to binge, you know. I don't have night anime. I don't have night anime anymore now that I have a partner. But when I was single, I would have night anime and I would put it on and that would be the anime that I would go to sleep to. And I would wake up and I'd watch a little bit and I'd go back to sleep. And so for a lot of time, it was Kill la Kill, One Punch Man. I can't really do One Piece because it'll bring me in and I'll start watching every time. Every time. What's up, fam? Thank you. So yeah, man, it's been cool. This is, I think, the most we've had like consecutive viewers. And we are live, just so you know, if you enjoyed today, I'm going to be live again Wednesday and Friday at 12. I'm going to go just all 12 this week. I think that's simpler, easier, cleaner. What's that guy? What's the deal with that guy who does the like noodles, no packet? The internet's just so weird, man. But it's not weird. It's not the internet. It's people. People are weird, but the internet lets us see more people. So we can see how weird everybody is. Gintama is so good. Hold on, let me put that up. So let me tell you. Okay. It took me years to watch Gintama. I tried, I stopped. I tried, I stopped. I tried and stopped. I pushed my way through like 127, episode 127. And I was getting ready to stop again. And I just said, Brian, you know what? And I got a filler guide. Even though there's not a lot of filler in Gintama. But, bro, if you watch Gintama, it is one of the best anime ever. When it goes into like the serious side of it, the funny stuff can be funny too. But when it goes into the serious side, there's nothing like Gintama. That anime is amazing. Gintoki is one of the best characters ever written. I love him as a character. Yo, okay, so like I don't consider myself a power scaler. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Um, I think my takes are good. You know, but I mean, I just think that like, I think power scaling is just like really hard to do. You know, and I think it takes itself too serious. It's not an exact science. You know what I mean? Because you can't get 10 people to agree, generally speaking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for anybody who subscribed today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm actually going to be wrapping it up. This is an hour. We're going to start with an hour. And hey, if we keep growing, we're going to keep growing because hey, we're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and all those platforms are doing podcasting. And if I am able to find a home where I am sponsored and I can do it in one space, I will be sure to let y'all know. But as for now, we're live here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 p.m. Appreciate y'all. It's your boy, Brian, the Casual Brian. Stay casual.